Hello, in this video we demonstrate GenoREC. For the purpose of demonstration, we use the use case scenario described in detail in the research paper. Ada is a cancer researcher who's working at a genomics research institute. Ada has been given three files: a bed file, which includes information about genes, a VCF file that includes information about structural variations of cancer patient, and a big file that includes quantitative values that store protein interaction. With this data, Ada wants to compare different regions in a big file and find what are the genetic features in the BED1 and VCF file that are contributing to high or low measurements in the big file. With the current set of tools, Ada does not have enough resources or guidance on how she can visualize this data, analyze it, and find valuable results. Therefore, in this video, we demonstrate how GenoREC can help Ada in making critical decisions about selecting the right visualization given her genomics datasets.
When Ada launches the GenoREC application, she finds the data specification panel. In this panel, GenoREC supports a few different file formats that Ada can select from. Since Ada had a bed file and a VCF file, she goes on and selects these two files first. Ada notices that the bed file does not have the right configuration for her requirements, so she goes and fixes that in the application. She does it similarly for PCF file because both these datasets had categorical data in them. Next, Ada hits the Show Recommendation button to see what happens. Now, Ada has already started seeing a few visualization options. The options make sense because Ada can see the bed track, which has the gene information, and the VCF track, which has the individual nucleotide level snippet information. Now, Ada does not want the gene annotation track, so she could choose to remove that from the visualization. After looking at this recommendation, Ada wants to go on and add the final file that she's interested in analyzing. So she goes on and selects the big file. She analyzes the input in the big file and notices that everything is according to what she wants and her data format. So she just goes and hits the recommendation button. Based on this recommendation, based on this input change, GenoREC updates the recommendation. The circular view has been removed from the recommended options, and now GenoREC only recommends two linear views. So next thing Ada is interested in is performing her task. Ada wants to compare regions in chromosome 3 and 6. So for that, she tries and plays with the chromosome 3 regions, and then she has to zoom out and then again go back to chromosome 6. This is very tedious because she has to go back and forth between chromosome 3 and 6 to make the comparison. However, Ada notices that there's an option to select the comparison tasks, and she's curious about it. So she goes on and selects this compare multiple ROI task in the user interface. And now the recommendation has updated, and this recommendation is now focused on showing her chromosome 3 and 6. Now, this is just coincidental. The chromosomes were not designed to be 3, were just set to be by default on 3 and 6. But Ada can change the chromosome she wants to analyze. And this visualization is definitely better because it allows Ada to directly compare these two views and see the corresponding information in the other two tracks. Finally, Ada decides to use the line chart option because that makes more sense and it is something that she is more familiar with in her own work. So now what the next thing Ada can do is quickly export the application, which is exported as a Gosling spec. And now she can go and customize this Gosling spec and make the visualization look familiar to her, for her and for her colleagues.